picks right now in this meta that really crush it. Like, is he going to play Gwen here? He might. I mean, they have a TF in mid. It could work.
It's Gwenable,
I think that might be the pick I'd prefer most here for Scion NONGSHIM Red Force, because somebody's got to cut through that Scion health. And this Jace, I think, isn't going to be that guy. I don't think he's going to be that pick for me. No. We have seen this actually struggle so much into the Scion.
Thankfully, it's Ambassador instead. And it's weird that I say that, because Ambassador has not been finding very much success at all. It's just better than Jace. I'm still not exactly enthralled by... All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Ref 4 game number 1. T1 versus NONGSHIM. As Faker versus Scout, always a fun one.
Sponge can rush this one down. They do both have Smite, but this is a really good read here from Sponge. And at this point, Owner's not 100% aware, but he will check. It's a Smite fight.
Will he be able to actually get it? The answer is yes, as Owner takes it away. The flash to follow. 3 talent strike for the knock up there, as well as Sponge will be able to find the flag and drag. But Faker, he's able to ghost on over, and that is a dead Rise on a, dead Jarvan on a silver platter for the Rise. Way could have been good if Sponge picked it up, so that then the Rise would be able to get a lot of extra money, as Pleta could just be dead here. Pays picks it up, and Scout is almost dead as well. Sponge looking to try and get his revenge, though, and Scout will be able to make it to relative safety. Owner moving in, though. That means that Faker is going to survive. Scout needs to be a little careful, but will be able to just secure this cannon. And
starts to build up experience lead like he has right now, then can really start to put the pressure on. And we do see a TF ult.
Yeah, in goes Scout, and there's no flash on Pays as well, so he's not getting out of the Cataclysm. A very dead Ashe here. NONGSHIM are on the board.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, Pays doesn't have flash here, so there isn't a whole lot of outplay he can make once, you know, he's in range of that gold card coming through, but maybe a bit more communication from Faker could have prevented this situation, but it's a really good read here from Scout. Gets down and helps set that one up, so perhaps a caster blessing of the TF in this case.
Yeah, perhaps. That's almost a steal away here for Owner, who now has flash on cooldown. He's not getting out of here unless they can fight their way out. True shot barrage to take down Carrier, but it's traded immediately as Sponge will go down. Realm Warp looking for Diablo as well as he flashes to get himself out of the way. No Root is going to help peel for that, and that is a dead Diablo and another kill over to Faker.
I think this is a great utilization.
These minions. Doran having a bit of a slow one so far. Just trying to hold King at bay as best he can. Beat drop does come on through though. There's the Encore connecting onto Diablo. And Pays just needs another auto or two. The barrier does come on through though to keep him alive. And now Owner is dead. Scout gonna collect that one. And Diablo able to get himself home.
Yeah, I was watching that on the minimap. It looked not good for T1 because they just did not have any way for Doran to join that skirmish. As another true shot.
Yeah, Pop Blossom is going to come through here as well as Pays is just put down by Pleta. And now looking for even more, and Sponge making his way through should mean that Carrier is just dead. Just plonks him on the noggin. So that is now NONGSHIM with a kill lead.
Yeah, this game is very close right now, and T1 are playing pretty fast and loose, trying to play aggressively on both sides of the map. Something's got to give. As I'm sure we'll get a replay of what happened there in the jungle, but Owner went towards the Raptors to try to contest with the prio that Faker had there. But Doran, as you mentioned, just used his ultimate to go back to the lane. King complete here for Pays. See if what he can buy on this back, as he is actually going to be stopped.
Yeah, Sponge actually able to stop him there, as now Scout looking for a little bit of an angle there as the Encore doesn't quite work out there, as they were looking for Sponge, in fact, as Owner is now taking a lot. Sponge flashes out of the way, very close to dead, and the Pop Blossom is going to connect onto 3. Scout will be going down though as Faker finds that 1v1, and now Owner gets his revenge. Wind doesn't become lightning onto Diablo, but I think it's going to be just fine here for T1 as they find a phenomenal team fight just before the Drake.
God, Diablo is insane, by the way. He is not going to get this kill, but he's got true shot. Maybe he actually does? No way, he actually lines it up, right?
Surely.
Ways to see this Ashe lane just dominate, and to see T1 just constantly play through a Rise mid pick. Classic.
Yeah, Sponge in a little bit of trouble here as the arrow is going to connect. Owner finds the audacious charge and will just take down his Demacian Prince. And now should be a Rift Herald going
kill pace in any situation. As look at the boots of choice here for Diablo. You know, he's got his carry pants on. He knows what he's got to do.
The gluten is coming out as now Carrier. Oh, the flash actually towards FaZe here as they do look to capitalize on that lack of flash, but unfortunately, it just does not work. Doran going to show up here as well as Kingin going to be held in position and wiped out. Ona is dealing with Scout towards the north of the fight, and Pleta and Diablo now just wondering what the heck they're supposed to do. Ona flashes in the end as Diablo gets out of the way of the Wind Becomes Lightning, but T1, they should be able to deal with this outer turret. The gold lead is just going to explode, and it looks like their form from yesterday has carried over.
Isn't it crazy when you sometimes when you say something on a cast?
They want to start something, but they're just not quite able to find it. As now Kingin looking to do battle with Doran here.
I saw
level disadvantage, and it takes a while to get through him.
Okay, here comes a really optimistic TF and ult.
Yeah, Scout is just going to get turned on here by FaZe. Does actually make it out. No! Calculated there on the red buff tick. As FaZe now throws the arrow out, and the Arcane Shift isn't going to be enough to get Diablo out of it. It's a triple here for FaZe as he's on the warpath looking for even more. Kingin will not find the public execution, but he might find the pentakill here for FaZe, who picks it up at 22 minutes in game number 1.
All right. That'll put a cap on this one. His owner's already starting up the Baron.
Yep.
Okay, well, 10,000 gold lead here at 22. We are very much in a GG territory here, as Faker's also just not even needed to take this Baron with the full ace by FaZe. Doran was not there at the initial part of the fight, and I thought, okay, something weird happened in the side lane because I saw his position was like past the inner turret, and then Kingin was chasing him down. It just doesn't really matter, as this is a bit puzzling to me because it's an Ashe Seraphine that you're trying to engage on. And by the way, Scout survived with 3 HP once this game. It would have been criminal if he got away a second time. FaZe gets that kill. Doran is able to match the TP here somehow. And then this shift is a problem. But once Diablo's gone, they're like, oh, we go all the way to the fountain to get these kills. There's just nothing you could do. Kingin misses the ultimate, but I don't know how much that really would have mattered. But Ashe isn't letting you get away. Too sticky. The slows connect. He gets the penta. It was really well set up by the rest of his squad, but he'll be the one who gets the big fancy icon, as here comes Diablo.
Yep, doesn't quite get the value there as the Pop Blossom only connects onto Ona as a response. Still, Train coming on through here. Scout takes so much damage from Doran. That was half of his health bar from an ult. What the heck? As Carrier tries to go for the extension there. Scout's health bar is not looking long for the world as Faker is doing so much damage. Realm Warp comes in. That's going to zone Diablo away from his base. And now Ona looks to try and take down this Ezreal. It looks like T1 are going to be focused on this turret for the moment, as somehow a siege minion got in behind the inhibitor thanks to the Realm Warp. That's very, very cute. But with Baron, I mean, this might just be the end of the game. Scout and Sponge still dead for a little while longer. The rest of NONGSHIM going to have to find something to get rid of T1 from their Nexus turrets. As Doran tanking up 2 of them, I don't know about that one, as now Diablo is in the fountain, and FaZe doesn't care. Takes down Pleta first, and is now looking to turn the damage. Kingin is his next target. Sponge is not flag and dragging in any successful way right now, as Doran suicides onto the fountain, and T1 will take down the first Nexus of the series.
T1 have truly found
Yeah, Owner is.
He's laughing.
I think they are throwing out some suggestions.
It's just going to be the Wukong.
It's just the Wukong.
He's not cooking.
Yeah, sorry guys. I think I must have willed that into existence. As Pleta going to go with the Nami in the end. This is a champion that he has found a fair bit of success on in the past, so it does make some sense there. But having a Bard go all the way through the draft is kind of a crazy thing.
I don't like this matchup for the Cork.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rift for game number 2. As Faker is already backflipping on Scout. And Pei's taken a little bit of damage from Diablo, who's just Gatling gunning around. There is some heals thrown out. I feel like Pleta didn't get any value for his, though.
No, he did not. So 2 lanes are ruined at level 1. Oof.
Well, some Ardent Blaze damage to come on through here as we're going to pan away. And Owner is just going to look to try and contest Sponge on his Raptor Cam. Not sure about that one, but let's see who's going to win the level 1. As Scout is rotating over, and Owner is going to have to turn tail.
He's going to have to call Faker. Faker, please.
Yeah. The Blast Cone going to cause some shenanigans here, as Owner is definitely dead. It's just who's going to kill him. That's the question. Flash over from Scout, and he will be able to collect that first blood.
Man, he almost got a kill back.
Yeah, that
would
was
have been illegal.
And Sponge, realizing that there was no mid lane there, wasn't actually able to contest. So pretty cute. Just comes on over, takes the buff away. NONGSHIM still have a decent gold advantage, though. Largely based on that first blood, as we know already, but the bottom lane doing just fine, top lane doing just fine. As Diablo taking a lot of damage here, Sponge coming in at exactly the right moment, but Diablo might just be dead, so close to being wiped out as the flash from Carrier will be able to pick it up. He does get traded immediately, but that means Diablo is not there to pick up this wave.
Exactly, that's the main part of it. That's a great call from Carrier. This wave and the experience will be denied. And they knew that Diablo didn't have barrier because he used it to complete his recall moments before. So they track that summoner. Pays knows he has the damage there, and he almost gets the kill. But Carrier's like, look,
competitive mid game. I want to see like either side just you know, don't get too far ahead. Give us a game. As there's a backflip from Faker. Arcane Storm does go down, and the flash comes on through. Faker finds the solo against Scout in this mid lane, and Wolf, I think maybe the pendulum has just swung back, much like our opening video, as Sponge trying to find Faker here. The Cyclone going to try and interrupt him, though, as there is the backflip, and Faker will be able to help Owner grab the kill. Oh dear, trying to kill the GOAT, always a more difficult task than you'd expect.
Yeah, it always comes at a cost even if you do get him, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes Owner is there, doesn't even have to flash to keep Faker alive. Scout's flash is down now as well. And team backflip was so clean.
Pretty perfect execution. That is a solo kill from Doran as well. Okay, penny for a replay. As I believe he may have just gone all out. And Kingen then died. Yeah.
Let's watch how
the try.
No, I couldn't get out. But Doran could go all out as Kingen tries to equalize here, but this doesn't have any... Oh. He's so far away from the turret, like there's nothing really he can do.
He just flashes over the tennis net that was put down that's made of fire.
He's coming down, but he's not here yet, but they just know that Diablo has to catch that wave.
Oh, Faker going in, looking for it one more time as Scout is just dead. Perfect execution, gets Faker out of there in the nick of time, and oh my goodness, this Akali is a problem.
As they're getting the dragon now in the bottom side of the map, or at least we're thinking about it, we'll need to actually win a fight.
You just needed to hit that Raptor once. Oh my goodness, that was very depressing. He might be able to win this Smite War, though, as teleport in from Kingen looks to make his way down. Doran comes on forward. Scout looking for an angle there as well, but Faker just goes into the back line. Not sure about this one, as he is taking so much damage. Surviving for the moment, though, as finally the kill does come through. The dragon is secured by T1, but both of the solo laners are now dead. Carrier limping away from this one, as there is the man drop from Sponge to get the flash on forward to kill the Melio.
Did Faker just, you know, Akali can't deny TPs because she doesn't have CC. Did he just time the backflip to follow? That was crazy. I think that's what he did.
Actually do
I think he did. I think that's how he got into that fight, which unfortunately for him put him in a pretty rough spot, and he did ultimately die. But I've never seen that in the replay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I knew that could happen. There were also
4 dead, sorry.
Also dies. NONGSHIM now back in the driving seat once again. And Sponge might actually be able to grab Shelly unless T1 just decide to start a fight instead. Diablo very strong at this point in time, as Pathmaker going to deny the CC there from Doran. Tidal Wave comes on forward. Pays is able to take down Sponge, but Owner is likely to die as well. Kingen looking very low as Faker does get bubbled, but gets the work done beforehand. And now Diablo able to get that barrier down and keep himself alive. Scout now in trouble, gets pulled back, and the dash cannon comes on through. There's the Arcane Storm. Pays taking so much damage, has to flash to get out of the way. And Pleta is an angry fish, but unfortunately not fast enough to catch up to the rest of T1.
Yeah, I think probably should abandon that idea at this point and just be happy with this ward. To follow Kingen last time around when he did do that
he
tech.
Didn't actually have it.
He has it now, but if they need him, he can be called upon, as Doran is looking for another solo.
Yeah, doesn't quite find that damage, and he's underneath the turret. So Sponge will just kill him, and there he goes.
Okay, so something CIRCUS.
Yeah.
Sorry to get. It was very cool the outplays we were seeing from T1, and then they kept attempting them, and they were still working most of the. See the Akali or not. The same thing kind of with Rumble as well. Speaking of Rumble.
Yeah,
he's not alone.
He is not. Sponge is going to rotate down. Let's see whether Doran can find anything here. He still wants it as he's got friends on the way. Pathmaker comes in. Should be able to pull Kingen out, and he does do so, but they're dancing on the barbecue, and that is the Wukong being taken down. The rest of NONGSHIM will turn up as well as the culling just to try and deter them. But the Arcane Storm will catch up, at least for the moment. Does finally dissipate as now Diablo, with that extra movement speed, the dash is on forward and just joins up with Carrier, and Doran gets himself out of there.
All right, Faker, by the way, getting a lot of money here in the mid lane while all this is happening. Did not have TP, and I think he thought that they had enough members to actually get those kills without him.
Oh, that fire kick just beautiful there from Carrier on the disengage.
Yeah, he's blocked Diablo twice now.
Moving into this as Ona does get over the wall here.
They don't know where he is. They're looking for him. This could be a huge flank.
Now they're looking to turn on to Faker. Faker does have teleport. If he does go low, he can get back into a fight. But he does just make his way out of there. Now no Grand Starfall available here for NONGSHIM, but Ona is very far away. Faker did ult in that last one, so won't have that for the ensuing fight. As now Diablo getting taken down very, very low. The culling is absorbed by most of NONGSHIM as there's the equalizer to try and separate them. The all-out from Doran gets into that backline as now the Wukong makes his presence known, but the bubble is so good from Pleta. Pei's now trying to kite this one out, and Sponge has fallen. But both junglers being dead doesn't necessarily guarantee a dragon for either team. NONGSHIM, they take control of the area, though. They grab the kill onto Pei's, and that should be another Drake going over to them.
Faker might be in trouble here. I mean, there's not really much of a way out. Let's see what he can
Doran
do.
Can the back. I'm not sure about that one. Is now Pleta. Can you stay alive? Faker almost killing both of them. As now Doran is trying to get on in here. Scout wanting some revenge, though, as Faker realizes that he's going to have to try and go for it. The Death Ray is named correctly, and both solo lanes, after some heroics, will fall for T1, and NONGSHIM will take the dragon.
I think we're going to 3 games, Atlas. I think NONGSHIM have enough. NONGSHIM, notably the tidal wave, is going to be down here.
Oh, Diablo. My God, the damage from that phosphorus bomb was just gigantic. The culling goes in. Diablo right in that front line as Doran looking to try and cut him up. They do take down the Corki. There goes the Victor. The damage is just missing outside of Kingen, whose equalizer does come on down. At least he gets rid of the Cassante. The now Faker looking for even more. And T1, they've got Baron on the mind. It only cost them Doran in that fight, and I think they should be able to take this.
I think there's just too many T1 members here for Kingen to be able to stop this, and Pleta doesn't have his tidal wave. See what he can get done here, but I think this Baron is T1's.
I mean, it does still do a fair bit of damage here as Faker takes both harpoons. Kingen is super healthy at this point in time, but Ona has got Smite. They're not going to be able to stop the Baron. The question is, can they get anything off the back end of this fight? No teleports are going to be respawning, and now they're looking to just try and turn this 4 versus 2, and despite the health bars, I think that Kingen and Pleta overstayed their welcome. They were just watching as the Baron goes down, and then
they're going to deny this, and they cannot stop the Baron, nor will they get out with their lives. And what felt like a 1 game here for NONGSHIM is tossed to the Wolves.
Yeah, now Faker is just going to kill Sponge. 5-point strike gets him another solo kill here in this game, moving to 5-2 and 3. The Rebel Baron power play cresting the 3,000 gold mark. And remember, before that happened, NONGSHIM were in the lead. And now it has all just gone pear-shaped. T1 decided that the circus is over. It's time for some winning. Oh my goodness, the culling just destroys Pleta. Half of it. Enough to kill him from 100 to 0.
They're sort of ripping these turrets off the map. Inner and mid is just gone. Bottom lane, no answer. Faker's pushing these Baron minions up to the top one as well. They're now going to start to siege this inhibitor turret. 2 inhibitor turrets will be sieged here briefly as Pei's can just walk up to Scout. Like, Scout has to be careful.
Yeah, he does manage to go gold, and the Arcane Storm is doing a fair bit of work here, but they are diving this turret, and there's nothing they can do about it. Faker somehow died elsewhere on the Rift, but I'd go 3 for 1. I'd say 4 for 1, sorry, and I'd say that that's probably pretty good. Did Faker go 1 for 1? He did. So we take those. Sponge taking a fair bit of damage here as well, but these Nexus turrets are not long for the world. And just after we were saying that we felt like we might be going to 3 games, T1 were like, hold my beer. And they are now just going to be going home with another 2-0 victory. And the NONGSHIM woes are going to continue, moving to 13 games in a row that they've been unable to find a victory. And as the Rebel Band power play ticks over to about 8.2k, the Nexus will go down and T1 will claim the 2-0.